let me invite Shirish Yadav, who is the Executive Vice President, Manufacturing and Technology with ITC Ltd. Can we have Shirish with big round of applause, please?
This is the agenda about leveraging digital transformation, what challenges, and some case studies, what we are doing at our organization. Now coming to the, so this is some of the thoughts across the world by thought leaders. I just wanted to say one by Warren Buffett. Digital transformation, all of us are aware, no more luxury. It is very, very essential part. It is if organization needs to sustain their journey, it is very, very important enabler. So coming to the part of supply chain, so basically it is demand sensing till the demand fulfillment cycle. If you see the entire gamut about stages, whatever in the supply chain, it starts from the sales and operational planning, basically demand, and then resource planning, manufacturing, warehouse management, transport, and everything. And eventually it is, in fact, all new age companies, what is coming, I think they are the #1 leaders in this area, and entire platforms, what they are working in the digital. So analytics and digital, that is what they are working on. Coming to the another area which is very, very important is the sustainability. I think nowadays everybody is talking about sustainability for rightful reasons. And if you see this modern farming or alternate plant-based proteins, water management, because there is a study happening, so by next year or something, almost 50% of many of the areas across the world will become like a water stress areas. Renewable energy is coming big way, biodegradable packaging, because I am in FMCG, so this is one big area government is pushing, and companies are also actively pursuing that. Energy efficiency, wastewater, smart logistics, Industry 4, anyway, we were talking. So entire of this area, again, digital is playing very, very important role. Only I just missed initial opening. If you see the digital India last for 10, 15 years, seems to be government processes are much more ahead of industry what we are doing actually. If you see the passports, any other processes, income tax and many other things, even like UPI, even guys on the like on the roads, they are now like much more digital savvy than the industry we are. I think we are really lagging, so we have to really catch up that. These are some of the case studies, various case studies, use cases and all that. So like machine AI ML is a big area everybody is using actually. Another big area we can see this maintenance and training because training is very, very important because all our operators, shop floor teams should not become, because this is one big area about how to make them as a driving engine. They should not feel that I'm going to lose the jobs and all that, so that is very crucial. This is another area I think a lot of companies are using, vehicle tracking and all that. It is becoming much, much easier now. Various startups are coming, AR, VR and other areas actually, demand sensing, I already spoke, NLPs and image analytics. I think if you see many of these examples, in each example there are dozens of startups are coming and they are exploring various new things. Now coming to because topic was around Industry 5.0. So what is Industry 5.0? What we did is Industry 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Industry 5.0 is basically, it is nothing but how to create a process efficiency with human centricity. Because it is not about eliminating. Because there is a widespread fear about with AI and advent of analytics and all that, we like humans may be totally replaced actually. And there are lights of factories and all that, where thousands of people working, you hardly need anybody working there. But is it going to sustain? I don't think it is going to sustain. So this is very, very important how we can go hand in glove, because people are there, population is there, so they have to be busy, because otherwise it will create anarchy. So entire areas about sustainability, personal. So this is what approach we need to take as an industry, and larger industry leaders definitely need to demonstrate it so that we can further go on that. So this is what approach we take basically is the technology, value, and culture. It is a symphony of all these three to drive the digital transformation culture. So this is what five-dimensional approach, what we have decided to take it. First is about digitize. Digitize is basically how we can create a paperless things, maybe logbooks and other stuff. So anything, data, how we can make it as a first digital. Then digitize is a like backbone, no? So basically creating SCADA and other stuff. Digify is basically all connected things. This is where really digital 4.0 plays role. DigiBI is like how we can create a business like benefits through that, which is analytics and other stuff. And for all this to sustain, we need a culture building, so which is a people training and all that. So this is a five-pronged approach. That is what we are driving in our organization. So coming to the technology stack, all of you are aware about in the IoT, centralized hyper convergence, then centralized. So biggest thing is decentralized and distributed big data and all that. These are the various technologies. I don't want to go in detail because all of us are aware about this, but this is all technology stack and newer things are coming day by day. So this is one area where World Economic Forum gives this 7 dimensional or value enablers. What is that we should do that so that it will be beneficial for the organization's journey in the digital transformation. So one is the bottom line impact. Obviously, everything we are in business, we need to have bottom line impact. Then data-backed causal analysis, volume, variety, various things. No? So what causals you need to drive it or identify it. Then you're deploying the lever identification, whatever identified things like big data, IoT, or AR, VR. Then scaling this takes basically IoT platforms. Then going for the horizontal replication. And then finally, community ecosystems, so MVP and other stuff actually. And then last, but very, very important, what we call is a digital actually culture building. So these are the 7-step approach. Value enablers are very important. So coming to the culture, it needs to be leadership driven. Otherwise, it will not going to happen. It is like anything. We used to drive the manufacturing excellence, TPM, and all that. It needs to definitely to be driven from the leadership. Then de-skilling and reskilling is very, very important because this is how I used to do it for I am doing it last 10 years, 20 years, but we have to change it because this is very important, others will get disrupted. Digital workforce is very, very important. If you see this, very crucial now. In fact, each business now will become like a data company or digital company or so which will drive the digital things. And every manager in the operations needs to become the digital manager actually. The person needs to understand everything. Approach is like standard. I think all of us are aware about define, plan, and execution. This is what approach we take. This is a standard methodology we can apply for any other solution, providing any solutions. So similar things we use for the digital transformation. This is again journey, how we do it. First we do the POC on a set of machine or area, and then take it to the entire line, and then drive it across the factory, and then it could be various factories within the country or across the country because digital, through this digital there is no problem connecting across the world also. Coming to the hurdles, what are the hurdles? Why there is still a lot of challenges and all that? I think biggest hurdle is the change management. So this is across the world, this is the biggest challenge. And this is very, very important, how to create that shared vision and all that. How people start buying this entire vision and how they see that it is for me, it is going to change my life, it is going to ease my life going forward. Then this, in FMCG specifically, because FMCG products needs to be closer to the market. So because of that, it is and all the FMCG products, if you see, it is a very, very high volume, low value products. So you can't make a very large factory at one place and then transport it to 1,000 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers. So you need to have a very, very distributed factories. That is where challenge comes because the investments and all that in digital and for the security, data security and all that is very, very humongous investments are there. And this is where this ROI and other challenges are coming. Other challenges are hyper localization solution or cyber threats. All of us are whether to go on cloud, on-prem, edge. Again, this is another big debate happens actually, where to start, how to go about it, and all that. Each has its own benefits and pros and cons. Now coming to the use cases, what we do, so some of the cases I can see this, because FMCG, we have millions and millions products actually, packets. So if I able to address the EGA, extra giveaways, and give loop back, so I can even control, say, few grams, it really yields humongous amount of benefits as far as, because of weights and measures, you need to maintain those specifications. Other very big areas about the downstream quality requirements and various others like AGVs or pick and place coboards and all that. So many of these applications we are either doing some POCs, some of things already we have doing and horizontally replicating in other places. These are the four like use cases what we are doing. So first is about, this is about entire the training related things, how we can make like visual and audio also, because I am not playing the audio, but for their operators training, because we are putting it in new factories, food factories, and entire workforce is new. Second part is about digital twin. So we have experimented a couple of digital twins. This part is about the entire vision system for the our biscuit lines. And this is, we are using a lot of solar panels, how to clean it. So we are using some robotic solutions for that. Coming to this is, I just rushing through few slides. So this is about how we do our noodles. We have EP brand. And it starts with dough, then sheet making, and then like strand formation, and then cooking, and then frying, and other stuff. So here again, phase one, cake weight. Again, weight is very, very important. So how to give that weight. And then moisture in the weight is again very important, because if moisture is little more than that, there is a challenge of infestation and all that, because that is what consumer will, dissonance, consumer complaints will come. If it is very, very low, obviously you are giving like a opportunity, because you are giving extra products at a lesser price. So how we can manage that? So entire this again needs to be like given back, signals needs to go from from the weigh scales to the back end, to the dough making, as well as to sheet making, and every stage needs to be made. Similar for the potato chip lines, exactly similar thing applications are we are using, but larger focus, because the entire our see, if you see in any of the manufacturing, specifically FMCG point of view, and I think it is true for most of the other industries also, what is there in manufacturing, we really drive it, from where money or efficiencies will come in. There are only 3-4 areas. One is the efficiency from the productivity. Energy, productivity could be from energy in fuel form or power form. So basically one is the energy, another is the like labor productivity. These are the only productivities we can really enhance actually. And second part is about how we can improve the yields. Basically, if 100 coming in, how I can go closer. That is the only thing. Other things happens through the procurement, because whatever best sourcing you can do and all. But this is the only levers we are having actually. And that can be achieved through the, if my capacity is 100, how I can drive it to the 120, 130, 150. So this is where actually entire yield comes actually. So this is another example about biscuit lines. Again, similar thing. We biscuit and all this, most of the lines are continuous lines. So applications are, some of the processes are batch, but entire lines are continuous. So you need to really drive it and then test it well, and then drive it so that you can get a consistent benefits. Atta is again, we are #1 Atta brand, Ashirwad Atta in India. We sell more than 1 million tons. So and again they are 0.1% of yield improvement, like there is crores and crores saving actually. So we have already used a lot of technologies here. In fact, our Atta factories, if you see, there is no touch factory. Even wheat comes, tipples, automatically conveyed into the silos. From there it goes to the processing and all that, and it goes to the packing, then pelletization, and then shipped out. So no touch operation, 100% is achieved here. This is little bit I wanted to cover what we do in our agribusiness division, so each opal is older things which we buying for the wheat and other stuff. So nowadays we have moved into the project called the Mars. Okay, so Mars is it is super app, which is basically everything is we have already reached more than 15 lakh farmers, and by 2030 we wanted to reach to the 1 crore plus farmers. So important here is actually advisory, which farm basic any pest happens, so farmers can really call. So through the basically in their own language, and then they receive the responses in their language actually, what kind of pest, this is what pest, they can take a picture, send it, and we have some backend. So they respond to what kind of like variety of crops they can take it actually, irrigation related, lot of advisory things, even banking related. So we are tying up with some of the banks so that farmers can get loans and all that easier. So this platform is like really helping farmers, and I'm sure actually it will really help farmers to increase their income. This is one more Gen AI we were talking about. So AI basically we were talking. So Gen AI, we are doing some pilots in the areas of safety and other stuff, but we are very taking baby steps, not much things, but we are definitely trying. This is last slide. So again, digitization is not a luxury anymore, it's a need. If you see, various things are happening, health emergencies. We just recovered from COVID, but every day some HMPV and other stuff, news are coming, people are getting scared. Geopolitical situations are like very dynamic. Financial crises are happening in various things. One of our neighbor, Bangladesh, is currently struggling with that. Natural disasters, because of global warming and other stuff. So this is basically, we can't be off guard actually. And with new age companies, startups coming up, there is always chance of big companies will get disrupted. You would have heard a few days ago how Nvidia is getting disrupted by very young startup in China. So it can happen with any company. So we need to be always on guard actually, and seeing what kind of opportunities and all that we should. With that, if any questions, thank you.
For sure, sir, we'll take one or two quick questions, sir. Okay, people. Would someone like to ask a question? No? No problems. Okay, we have one there. Can we have?
Yeah, good morning, sir. So as you shown the presentation, it is very nice. So basically, it's more related to FMCG industry. So I am also from FMCG. So I just want to understand that what are the digital steps which we are planning in future. That business is very much dynamic, and the product range, as you told, that millions of product we are selling every day, and there are different grammages which we are selling to the customers. So what can be the better idea for changeovers on lines, because it's a time consuming and slowing down the efficiencies of the lines and impacting the PBIT of the organization. So is there any thought process behind that?
See, we are doing a lot of things which is traditionally done. But if you know, in India, specifically in India, this coinage is very bigger problem actually. So we either sell at 5 rupees, 10 rupees, or not in between. Because and what is the impact for manufacturing fraternity? Because headwinds are coming with raw materials and packaging materials and conversion costs and all that. Cost goes up, we degrammage. You know what happens to when you degrammage, just imagine I'm selling the 12 biscuit pack. What will happen? I have to reduce the pack, or if I have to keep same biscuits, I have to make it thinner, I have to make it smaller and all that. So basically, consumer should not feel that it is reduced much, but actually it is reduced. So this is really jugglery actually. If it is a packet, eventually consumer will open and see, earlier I used to get 10 pieces, now it is only 5 pieces. But that is the reality. That is where challenge is coming. Second thing is the distributed manufacturing I was talking about. This is the biggest challenge. We are not able to invest into the end-of-line automation and other stuff because this is a continuous challenge. we are now fighting with our marketing teams and sales team that with UPI, even roadside guys are selling it. In fact, they are more happy not to have a cash actually because it is saving their time and all that takes it. Why? But they are still not convinced that yes, coinage is required. Some people go with 5 rupees and 10 rupees. At least I have not seen many places people are now taking the money. But this is a challenge because till that challenge is there, I think this change was because now people need a flavors. What is happening now? Supply chain strains has becoming like no more like strains for the larger organization. With new startups, if you see Zomato or this, all the big baskets and all that, what is happening? I can start my own business and just launch on that actually. I may be making no profit or something, but I don't have to really do anything. And people will just, if your product is good, services are good, you will get ratings. If you good ratings, your sales will just start happening actually. So that advantage of bigger companies are diminishing. So this is where we still not figured out full solution. Yeah.
Okay. Quick one, sir, quick one. I know it's an interesting.
So, sir, first of all, I'm happy to see the kind of a spread and depth which ITC is having in terms of adopting the digitalization and the AI aspect as well. One quick thing which I want to understand from you, you mentioned about the ROI aspects, and there you mentioned about there are unquantifiable benefits that we need to consider because every time ROI is not justifiable. Yes. But as we know that in business, ROI is something which is very critical. Yeah. So in ITC, is there any policy which you created or what different you are doing in terms of justifying the projects where even ROI is not coming? That's one thing. Second thing is, sir, you also talked about the culture along with the education and awareness. So is this culture which you are talking, this is something which is created in-house by ITC or you are taking help of any third party who are basically into this domain of building that culture and implementing the culture in the organization? Yeah.
See, on ROI, basically, we are trying to adopt the total ownership cost, actually. Because ROI per se, if your initial project cost is high, but eventually we have to also understand that how it will, that analytic loop, whatever analytics, so we have to, currently we are making some assumptions and trying to define value for it. An organization is committed with our ITC Next policy, our chairman and everybody is committed for this because we are fully convinced that if you off guard, actually, there will be many disruptors are already coming and they will disrupt us actually. So that is one, I think, guiding force. Second part about your question was about culture, yeah. So culture, we are currently not taking help from outside, but what we are trying to see, because if we are implementing something, is it like people always see on the shop floor, because shop floor is a bigger thing for manufacturing fraternity community. See how shop floor we really make a change. So we have to really go and see what is there for those people actually. What is new things, what is exciting things. It is not about education actually, because if you see the smartphones, even uneducated person is easily using it. How you can really go there? Our technologies, if we reach like that, easy, I think that is where we are trying to see. Our technologies are evolving. We are trying to make them so that they can do the higher level jobs actually. So that is what, fortunately, business is also growing. We can redeploy them and all that. We are also scaling them. We have a program, operators can become managers and all that. Every year, 50, 60 operators, we are moving into the staff cadre and then eventually manager cadres. So that is an opportunity, I think, what we are doing. But it is a still challenging thing. We have some factories 15, 20 years old, some are 2 years old. There are various things. Plus, we have now large women workforce actually. And we are now figuring out, because we started that journey 6, 7 years, marriage time suddenly many of resignations are happening, and then that is where challenge comes, because a lot of those trained workforce goes away.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.